I was down very badly for the whole Luna thing already, right? So I was liquidated on Anchor Protocol. If you haven't watched the video, you can click this link below.
This link here. To watch Jacky get liquidated one time and then again.
Cryptocurrency exchange.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Chain Review Podcast. I am Jacky. It's been a while since I last see you. Today, I have my colleague Yusuf with me.
Hi, I'm Yusuf.
So Yusuf, do you want to briefly introduce yourself? What do you do at Chain Debrief?
I'm Yusuf. I'm a writer at Chain Debrief and I also manage our Twitter. So if you see all the memes, please like, retweet and
do whatever you need to do to give us more engagement, especially during this bear market right now.
Bear market.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about, obviously, what can we talk about today?
FTX liquidated again, but not only me, everyone's liquidated. So, Jacky, do you remember what happened?
No. Yusuf, I should be asking you the question. So maybe you give us a little bit of context.
Okay, so basically what happened was CoinDesk reported Alameda's balance sheet. So if you didn't know, Alameda is like this sister company to FTX. And then basically SBF, who is the CEO of both, yeah, he said that they are separated. By the end, apparently there were ties. So CoinDesk reported that Alameda's balance sheet was like, there was a big hole and that most of their holdings were actually in FTT, which is FTX's native token.
Which they created out of thin air.
Yeah,
right?
They created out of a magic box, as SBF said.
Yeah.
So after the report, then SBF came out, he said, there's nothing wrong. And then CZ, who is the CEO of Binance, actually reported that he's going to be selling most of his FTT holdings. Because he was a shareholder of FTX, or early investor at least. Yeah, then afterwards, everything just went to shit.
So basically, I mean, FTX did a bank run.
Yeah,
a lot of Singaporeans are affected by it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, especially since majority of Singaporeans can't trade on Binance.
Because we are protected by regulators.
Which we're going to talk about a little bit later, right?
Yeah.
And it was also revealed that actually, Singapore-based users actually made up 5%, right?
5% of FTX.
I mean, a lot of people got liquidated, or not really liquidated, they couldn't withdraw their money anymore, right? Because it was effectively a bank run, right? Yeah. Were you affected?
Yeah, actually, Jacky, I'm quite curious because everyone knows how much I was affected because I always tell people, wow, down bad. But then, how much exactly were you affected by FTX?
Right. I mean, so the whole... I was down very badly for the whole Luna thing already, right? So I was liquidated on Anchor Protocol. If you haven't watched the video, you can click this link below.
This link here. To watch Jacky get liquidated one time and then again.
Yeah, so I was actually laying low. Majority of my crypto are in stable coins already. And most of it are on FTX. And I was doing some minor trading. So to trade on FTX, you need collaterals. So you can long or short whatever you need to, right? So I was playing a little bit. So I needed some stuff. So I left most of my collaterals over there. Before the whole... So there were rumors of FTX going insolvent, right? And I was actually a bit lazy and I didn't believe it. I was like, how can it be, right?
Yeah.
And then I was dismissing it until the very last hour, right? And I thought to myself, okay, if this remotely happens, right? My whole... whatever that I left, right, it's gonna be gone.
Gone.
So I was like, okay, if this doesn't happen, then okay I don't lose anything, right? But the thing is that, can I live with the fact that if, let's say, if there was a bank run, what's gonna happen to whatever that I had left, which is very little already. I actually lose most of my capital for crypto already. There was net loss already. There's no more gain already. So I'm like, okay, am I okay losing this? I told myself I cannot, so I took out most of it just 1 hour before before my friends say they couldn't withdraw, because there was a period where people were saying they can't withdraw from FTX, right? But actually you still can for small amounts. So I managed to withdraw before it was totally stopped in terms of blockchain activity. There was no more transaction from going out from the FTX wallet, right? I had an active short position, so I have to have collateral inside. So even if I made a fair bit of money from shorting from 1,005 to 1,003, 1,002, right?
It's just gone.
It's just gone, including my collateral inside. So I lost I think a further 20% of my portfolio.
Yeah, but actually when you withdraw from FTX, right, where do you put your funds? Is it all MetaMask?
MetaMask.
So what happened? Is it like cold wallet or hot wallet?
Hot
right
wallet.
Now. Right now, hot wallet.
Hot
You
wallet.
going to use a...
Well, I don't know, sir. I really don't know what's gonna happen. So, I mean, I also tweeted, I wrote an article about this also, right? Like, the whole reason why people, or why we come into the whole Web3 space, right? Is the whole promise of like, self-custody, like, you have control. What the fuck do you love? The whole process of like, you control of your, you own everything, right? When I was thinking, where should I move my assets to, right? Or whatever that's left of it, right? MetaMask seems to be the obvious answer, right? But the thing is, on MetaMask, right, on the world of DeFi, right, every other day you heard of like protocols getting drained, wallets gonna hack,
gonna fish, North Korean spy come and attack you.
So I mean, it gave me a very big, a further,
Just kanchong you scared, still scared
Yeah like where can you trust right now, right? If you can't even trust, I don't know, like the safety of your MetaMask or like whatnot, right? Then it's a bit scary. Because I mean, obviously, if you don't trust yourself enough in the world of DeFi, right, there's still centralized exchanges like FTX, right?
Like FTX.
So now, I mean, so it's just a constant battle between like okay, how do I gain back this trust, right? And I'm quite sure like a lot of people will feel the same, I guess. Like, how can it's like, to me, FTX is like, if let's say, like
No, shouldn't Binance be?
No, Binance
Binance is
the biggest, fair.
Fair.
Right, and the second biggest, right? You're putting your money inside there, and if they run away,
just run.
how can it be? Well, I mean, we laugh about it right now, but actually, it's quite jialat lah. So yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it lah. Yeah.
Actually, I saw this tweet, right? Like earlier this morning, that was like, it said the NFT people, right, are prepared for this because they cannot rock so much before this, right? That like all their NFTs, all their shit in cold.
So it's different from. So that's why Luna felt like, okay, like I was rocked, right? But FTX is like a bank,
That's true lah.
So I felt like, I mean, this broke a lot of people's confidence as well when I talked to a couple of people also. So I think as a whole, the whole industry, we probably need to take some time. I think the whole industry is going to be cleaner, I guess. I think a lot of like users are going to demand more transparency, asking more questions on use, for example. But I think it will take some time to recover from this. So what's your story?
Me?
Your FTX story.
So basically, right? This. Okay, so at first, right? Okay, so basically, let me just. Yeah, so basically, right before FTX went under a bank run, right? I got liquidated for mid-low 5 figures ish.
Okay.
Yeah, so
how come, what happened there?
Okay, so basically I had this random limit order, right? It got hit, and then I don't even remember where I said it, honestly. So it got hit, and then afterwards I just got liquidated for my whole size.
It was a sell order, is it, or what?
It was a short.
Right.
Yeah, so the markets were pumping that day.
Right.
But the thing is, right, like even before this, like Saka, which is like the wolf on Twitter, like he been fighting FTX forever about the Alameda's market making engine.
Yeah.
So basically, like when you're approaching your liquidation price, they will sell for a discount of your whole value.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure if I'm explaining very well, but then what Alameda does is they hunt your liquidation or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
To try to force it to.
So they force it into your liquidation zone so they can take all the profits when they do market making, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to check the FTX site, and then the price on FTX, right, did not correlate. The price that I got liquidated at did not correlate on the on-chain oracles.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know whether I really got liquidated or Alameda said that. I don't know whether it's like biased now that FTX gonna bank run.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like quite shady. Then another thing is the FTX site is down now, so I can't even go back and check. I didn't screenshot it at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not very sure. So that's within my trading account. So also I was holding like 40-50% on my
main account.
on my main account.
Yeah.
Which is 2x the trading account size that I got liquidated for. And then I have a lot of exposure to Solana ecosystem.
Oh my god.
Because I thought SBF will beat Solana at $20 no matter what.
Okay.
So before this, I was actually writing this theory on what happens if SBF doesn't beat Solana.
Yeah.
And that's the case now, lor. But then at the same time, Solana just toa. And the Solana DeFi, Solana Bitcoin now is worth only 9K.
Okay.
Yeah, Bitcoin and Solana was only worth 9K because jump trading also. Then Alameda was like a massive validator for Solana network.
Yeah.
So, not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was trying to think about it over the weekend.
Yeah.
About actually you texted me, right? Then you say
Yeah.
don't give up on crypto. I actually give up long time ago lah. The first time I kinda liquidated, I give up already.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking about it. There's only 3 reasons to be in crypto, right? So the first one is you believe in self-custody, like you said, decentralization, all this mambo jumbo lah. The second one is you believe Web3 will eat Web2, so like smart contracts, this kind of thing. Then the third one, right, is that you want to become rich.
Sure.
Right? So honestly, FTX going under, right, to me lah, did not like invalidate any of these theories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going forward, I mean, there's really no reason to exit crypto because I was very, very scared. I was like, bank run, right? But then technically, it's really not the same as
Whatever lah.
they are
Yeah.
parallel lah, but it's not a perfect parallel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I was thinking like, there's really no reason to leave crypto lah, even though I'm so scared.
For sure. Yeah. So like, I think earlier this week I was meeting another protocol, right? Then he asked me, so what kind of protocols?
Alpha or not? Share now I down bad already. Yeah, I need all the help I can get. If you all got any alpha group, the message can forward me. Please.
No, so he was asking me what kind of protocols are we interested to meet. Then I say like, so I'm very, very interested in meeting non DeFi protocols or like non-finance related protocols, because right now most protocols are mostly innovating around DeFi, right? Yeah. And I told him like when I talk to new people or people who are still new to the Web3 space, right? I pitch a lot about the whole Web 2 versus Web 3 narrative, right? So like in the early days, I always talk about audio is very good because it's like the Spotify for Web 3, for example, right? And then you have, let's say, I don't know, storage system. So Arweave, for example, I'm a huge fan of it also, because it's trying to eat or take away what Dropbox, Google Cloud is doing, right? So I'm on the lookout for this kind of like narrative, and I'm very, very interested to find out. So you're absolutely right. So I think the whole FTX thing, right? Yes, I mean, I think what it hurt a little bit more is because most of us who are still in this space are, I guess, non-retail or non-crypto tourists already.
Oh, kids.
You know, because
baptism already, yeah.
Yeah, right. Then like
it's our Mount Gox.
Yeah,
it's really our Mount Gox.
So I think that sort of like affected morale a little bit lah. Like right now, sentiment is very, very low. Everyone's a bit sian also. Like especially, I think not just in terms of trading stuff, right? I think FTX is also like they back a lot of great companies also.
That's true.
And they are very involved in the whole ecosystem, and they are fighting for like crypto in the whole regulatory sense and whatnot. And they are trying to forward the whole crypto industry. And if he can turn out to be
he's a plant.
If he turned out to be, I mean, if he's then who else is, everyone is on his own.
They are all
already.
spies. Don't listen to their lies. Please.
Yeah, I think that's the whole, it sets you thinking like, okay, it's really like I mean that's why sentiment is very, very low right now, and I think because FTX is involved with a lot of other parties as well. We are also hearing news about how the Contagion, we're gonna see more of it. And I think this morning, 2 days ago, last 2 days, Crypto.com is next.
Crypto.com. Yeah, so basically, Crypto.com, they sent 1 billion to FTX over the course of 1 year in stablecoins. And then they had a bunch of shady transactions. So one of them was they sent 300k Ethereum to Gate.io, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Not 400 ETH, right?
400
ETH, and then they got back 360.
Or 400 ETH, not 400,000. Wait, 400,000 is a lot.
400,000 is a lot.
A lot. Too much already.
They sent 400 ETH or something, and then they were supposed to send 40 ETH. That's why they got back 360. Hence the 360 number. That's what I read this morning lah.
That's what they come and clarify
yeah. But a bit. So what they're saying is that they are passing assets around to pass audit. You know? So that's what they're saying. Like actually, they don't have the underlying asset. If there's rumor or saying about this, right? Most likely there are some.
In English, we say where there's smoke, there's fire.
Probably, probably.
我是英文讲话.
Yeah, so I think we are just seeing like all of this unravel, and I think that a lot of people say that crypto winter actually start 6 to 9 months ago. Then in my head, I was just thinking, okay, maybe it's like I spoke to a couple of people about this also. How long will this last, right? They say it was 18 to 24 months. This was when I asked people about 6 months ago, right? Which means by the end of next year, maybe the end of the winter should be here, right? But then now that all of this happened, right? And I think this FTX thing, right, is just going to cause more cascading effect. Not cascading effect, sorry, domino effect.
Domino effect, yeah.
And we haven't really seen the dominoes falling yet. And which means winter's gonna be here a while longer.
So now what they're saying, 48 months?
I mean, it's definitely longer than 18 to 24 months lah.
But 18 to 24 months is until the start of the bull market, or is it until like peak bull market, 420K?
I mean, I don't know what's the theory behind it lah, but I think it's just that in my head it's like, okay, maybe we are seeing like 20 to 30% of the of the bear market already, or like even 40-50% halfway through already. It seems like we're only at what, 10-20%? Yeah. So I mean that's like, that's what's happening right now lah. And even today I was also on the way to the office, right, I was thinking, wow, okay, how do we get more retail people? How do we, even for protocols, right? When we talk to, because we do marketing for protocols, right? And they're trying to attract users. I'm like, guys, how like.
I think just 加油 bro.
It's a bit, I mean, tough lah, right? And I also heard of like protocols, Web3 companies, right? Their treasuries are in FTX. Yeah, so I mean, at this stage, we don't even know who is. I mean, we have no treasury. Our treasury is in our local bank account.
Our local bank account.
Yeah, we pay in fiat lah. So we're okay.
Centralized, better.
I mean, it's not that lah. It's just that it took too long already. But yeah, I mean, I heard of news about how there are great teams. Their treasuries are in FTX also. So we don't know what's gonna happen also lah, right?
You think they'll ever see their money?
Huh?
You think they'll ever see their money?
Do you actually believe that they will? I think tough. No,
like 4 years lah. 4 years.
Wow, tough. I mean the Mongols.
Down like what, 2012 or 2002? 2012. I think.
So what year are we in? 10 years.
Wow, 10 years.
Money haven't come yet.
Oh, you got see there's one tweet. So they say let's crowdfund FTX. Then we take the fees, then we do our own effective altruism.
Yeah.
I think that's not bad. 4 billion only.
Yeah.
So that they were saying because FTX the whole 10 billion, right? So all you need to do is raise 4 billion, then the other 6 billion you give FTT token again, right?
Yeah.
So everyone know the FTT token worthless ma, but then the 4 billion means everyone at least get 50 cents back for every $1.
Yeah.
Which is better than what they are facing now lah.
Yeah.
Right. Then after that you crowdfund, then you turn into FTX DAO. Yeah. Which I think is quite cool lah, because FTX does earn a lot from trading fees.
And they squander it all.
It all away.
Yeah. I mean the next probably, I don't know what else can surprise me more anymore.
Binance?
Binance. Which is why I see we can do an article on what's the difference between BNB and FTT.
I researched a lot. I no idea honestly, other than CZ. CZ is the man. But.
Okay. Yeah, I mean we probably will do a in-depth coverage on what's the difference between Binance, BNB and FTT. Because I mean on the surface, right? BNB is also created by Binance, which is the world's largest exchange. And actually, if Binance also face the same bank run, right, it could be a good thing for the world of DeFi. Because I mean, right now, a lot of trading volumes are moving towards DEXs, right? So your DYDX, your GMX, and all those. Maybe this could be a mini catalyst for people to really move volumes and try out decentralized exchanges and see that actually things are not breaking, things are working as they should, and there's no centralized.
But damn sian sia. Later I move to DeFi again, kena rak.
So I mean that's the question, right? So this morning I was talking to one of our colleagues also, like, what if if you trade on DYDX, right? What if your wallet gonna compromise? So I think there's a lot of like risk for sure, but definitely opportunities lah, right? I know there's a lot of like great teams that are building solutions around wallet security, for example. Risk management, for example. These are all multi-billion-dollar opportunity in the DeFi spaces, or even in the financial space as well. I think quality teams that are solving real problems as opposed to like chasing or building solutions for unsustainable yield products. I think moving forward, we hope to cover more of them. We hope to we hope that they'll continue to build. Yeah, so I think this kind of protocol is something that also quite interesting. And I hope that we should continue to shine more lights on them. So for you, I still continue to trade.
Oh, me my trading capital now it's rough. It's rough. Cause the rest of my crypto, right, that wasn't on FTX or my MetaMask. So my MetaMask is like, it's not that big. It's usually stuff to go like it's for fun, just explore airdrops, this kind of thing on.
Yeah.
Then the rest of my crypto is inside one cold wallet.
Yeah.
So I promised myself no matter what, I won't touch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I liquidated a lot of my Solana. Then I transferred to my it's stuck in my Phantom.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't tried to transfer yet to Ethereum or anything. Like I don't know what this is gonna be like. Yeah. So if I can, then maybe I'll transfer it back out. Then I'll trade again.
Yeah.
If not, I have some funds, but I don't really want to touch them also. Like some fiat, some cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, honestly. It's like,
so you're not doing anything at this stage, lah.
Yeah. Now I'm just reflecting. Very philosophical.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the whole market psychological thing, remember that one, right? So we are probably at the anger stage, which is almost the bottom, right? Which is at the why is all this happening?
Right here.
Yeah, and then the government, why are you not helping us? That's like almost bottom already. So the other day I was in a very I was debating whether should I just withdraw whatever
With yourself or like other people?
Myself, in my head lah, right? So
laughing.
I was just thinking like, should I withdraw everything and just because remember, like I say, because most of my funds are on MetaMask right now, hot wallet. What if it's drained? Can I live with it? I don't think I can. And then okay, if that's a fear, should I just withdraw everything to my local bank account and just get it over and done with so that I can sleep better, right? And I'm like, not really, because if ETH drops down to like $1,000 or Polygon drops back to
not financial advice,
or the great coins, I want to buy them, right? Because I mean, when are you gonna see this opportunity again, right? So I'm also at a what should I do stage right now, but I'm leaning towards I'm still keeping it on my hot wallet and yeah lor.
Well, actually, if like I still have funds, which I don't. If I still have funds, right, honestly, I think I would start buying ETH already,
ETH, yeah.
ETH's so strong right now. It's still like 1.2, 1.1.
Yeah.
Even though like Bitcoin's the last time Bitcoin is at like 15K, right? ETH was like $700. Right. So like you can really see all the quality shine through now.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything else is like just dying.
Yeah. So you still believe in DeFi lah?
Honestly, not really but as in, I mean, yes. As in, I'm quite agnostic to the thing. It's just that ETH is really showing a lot of strength, and like now, no one really has anything to go towards, right?
Yeah.
And last time you also mentioned that you don't really buy all these boomer coins like Bitcoin and Bitcoin. Yeah. So it makes sense lah.
This confirm bite me in the ass right now. It's biting me in the ass right now. Like, I mean, in the bull market, we always think about how to optimize our returns, right? And the boomer coins we're not optimizing for it, right? And all the crypto OGs from 2014, they will always say they will always revert back to Bitcoin and ETH.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, I get it.
No, the thing is, right, okay, so if I don't mind, because like if I really think about it, right, ETH has a lot of future because it's gonna suck up, like for me lah, what I see is it's gonna suck up all the market cap of the other layer ones. So it's gonna go revert to ETH. But then like Bitcoin, right? Like I feel like if I only buy Bitcoin and ETH, then I'll become this maxi throughout the bear market. Where I'm like stack sets and stack Ethereum all the way, right? Then when it comes back to the bull market, right, then I'll fear to sell them. Because I don't know whether this is really the thing. But if like I stay agnostic now, just to keep it stables or something, right? Then I can keep like running my positions during the bull market lah. I won't be so attached to these coins. Yeah. So like that's the other side of it. But at the same time, it runs more risk. But I mean, like if you want to hold in Bitcoin, right? Honestly, I feel like you might as well hold in stables. Like unless you're like a Bitcoin maxi, then please do whatever you want. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. So I mean, I can finally have a lesson take away, which is honestly, I don't know what the lesson is. What's the lesson, Jacky?
I mean, for me, I mean, obviously, what was different for me for FTX versus Luna, right, was that Luna, I mean, if you watch the previous video, right, I keep on telling myself that I still had time, like a 50% drawdown in one day is not possible, right? I have time to like take out and whatever to clean up my stuff, right? But for FTX, you know, I was like, maybe I should wait one day to withdraw the money because what can happen, right? But then I took a lesson from Luna that, okay, I think a 50% drawdown in one day is very, very real. And if it happened, right, even if you want to do anything about it, right, you can't anymore. So when the whole rumor of like the whole insolvency thing happened, right, or possibility of bank run, right, I straight away like, okay, in my head I was like, never mind, tomorrow. But then I stopped myself there and then and say like, okay, I'm just gonna withdraw everything and be safe lah, right? Then better to be safe than sorry, right? So that was my biggest learning, right? And I mean, after the whole bank run thing, right, I told myself, okay, actually, there's this whole thing about this God complex thing. I don't know whether you read.
Oh yeah, it's like the main character arc, right?
Yeah, so like if you think about the few big, you know, crashes this year, right? It is almost always tied to like
this guy who tells everyone to like STFU, your size is not size. Go long, super cycle.
Yeah,
this kind of guys on.
You know, so I think if someone is overconfident, you know, as Elon Musk also spoke about, right? So you need to be able to detect all of this bullshit, lah, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's something that I need to be careful about also. And if it's something that's heating up too quickly already, you know, get the fuck out, lah.
The thing is, right, I feel in the next, like now in the bear market, right, really can feel, but in the next bull market, right, there's gonna be a lot more people who come in. Then these people never got Mt. Gox, never got SPF, never got 3AC, never got Lunat.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna take the same lessons, right? Because like I came in this time, I didn't take the lessons from the previous class.
So we are now the EL lah, right?
Yeah, so I need to write we are now the EL. So next time, basically, this is the learning lesson. If you enter crypto from after this year, Jacky will use you as exit liquidity. Yeah.
So, I mean, which is what I'm going to preach right now.
You're going to use people as
No. TP.
Oh, TP.
Like, I do, I mean, you can see some of the past videos that I did, right? I always say like, ho.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, guys, TP, because ultimately, this is a hard lesson. Ultimately, you should be your portfolio value in
fiat terms, yeah.
Yeah, so I think right now it's like whatever matters. You just need to maintain your position in fiat value lah. But I mean, I think if there's one thing that you know, like you mentioned just now, which I really like, is that the whole FTX thing doesn't invalidate the three things that you mentioned, right? You have to recover all of those again.
Decentralization, which is self-custody, getting rich, and what's the last one? Web3 eating Web2. So like smart contracts and using all this. Yeah,
the Web3 versus Web2 thing, I think that's a very strong reminder. I mean, if you believe in the whole blockchain technology, like I always tell people, or when people come into the Web3 space, right? Once all these corporations and companies have a taste of like DeFi, right, and the potential of it, right, it's very hard for them to look at Web2
the same way.
The same way again, right? So I think that is still the same. I think a lot of companies are still innovating, or even big corporations are moving into the Web3 space, right? Starbucks and all those guys. Everyone is coming to the Web3 space.
Last time very easy to say that statement, during
now
the market. Now also got a bit of
sheepish about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone is still trying. I think the tech is still there. Nothing changes lah. So we just need to keep telling ourselves that, feel better about it.
Writing on the wall.
And until we see mass adoption, until we see all the bad actors being weeded out. Hey guys, welcome to the end of our episode. This is a developing story. We have been covering them as well. So if you want to find out more about what's happening, you can follow us on our Twitter, our IG story, and our newsletter as well. We'll be releasing articles covering whatever that's going to happen next. So do follow us if you haven't. We are still around. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.